Good evening, ladybugs. Hello, hello. I'm going to share this video while you guys hop on. Just to get started. Okay, hop on, say hello. I was just sharing. Put on chapstick. We're gonna do brows both ways. So let me get out my brow palette really fast. I know I look a hot mess without brows, but this is to show y'all how much brows like really make a difference to your makeup. I think there you go. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know you're there. If you've never been on my live before, say hey, drop some hearts, and don't forget to share. I'm just going to, I say most of my makeup's on, but just a little bit, because all we're going to do tonight is just brows. And I'm going to do one side with the brow palette and one side with the brow pencil, and then you can kind of see what the differences look like, and see which one you like best. Okay, and for the most part, I don't know where my mirror thingy is at. I'm gonna see if I need to pluck or shave. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we do. I don't even know. I'm like losing all my stuff that's supposed to be on my vanity. Can't find my. Oh, I bet I know where that's at. Okay. Hey, Erica. Yes, they do matter. Brows is a must. And I just like trimming my brows. So if you don't like plucking, this is a really good alternative to not plucking. Would be these little shavers, because they don't hurt and they get out those little hairs like no matter where they're at. And you can get these like super cheap at like Walgreens, Target, Walmart. I think I got it. You probably can even get them on Amazon. They're just like little trimmers. They're like the best things. Okay, so let's do, I don't know where that is at. My little mirror is like MIA. We'll have to use our big mirror. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do, hey Marty, we're going to do one eyebrow with the eyebrow palette, and I'm using the brunette one. And then we're going to do one eyebrow with the eyebrow pencil. And then you can kind of see the difference in what they look like using one versus the other, because they're kind of subtle differences, but enough to where you might not like it or you may love it. Yes, Erica, they come like here's I think that one came like 3 from like Walgreens or Walmart or something. You can get them super cheap. Okay. So, and like I said, they're way better than plucking. If you're not a fan of plucking and they make your eyes water, use the shaver. So I'm going to do this eyebrow with the eyebrow pencil, and then we'll do this eyebrow with the eyebrow palette. And then you can notice the difference. So here's the pencil. Now this is in, if you're like around my skin, y'all look like a hot mess. If you're around my skin tone, or even my hair color, this is the medium brow pencil, and we get it in light, medium, and dark. And then the brow palette, when we go to use that, you can get that in blonde, brunette, or brunette black. I use medium and brunette. So you just kind of have to judge on how dark you want your brows to be compared to what your hair color is. And that'll kind of give you a better idea. So the brow pencil comes with a spoolie and the pencil, and just comb your brows up, and then you're going to kind of outline them, and then you're going to fill them in. So it's kind of like coloring as a kid when you would kind of trace your picture and then color it. Wait, did I say I was doing this? Yeah, I was doing this side with the pencil. I kind of think that, I think the palette is easier than the pencil, But there's a lot of people who think the pencil for beginners is better. It's just a personal preference. I think that anything with a powder is kind of more forgiving. So just kind of outdrawing. If you've never done your brows before or you're not sure kind of like how your brows go, use the pencil method. So take the pencil, whatever, it can even be a brush. Like if this is all you have, use it. And put it where it goes on the corner of your nose and goes straight up. That's where your brows should begin, okay? And then if you take it, don't ever let the pencil leave your nose. If you go right in front of the black part of your eye, the pupil, that's where your arch should go. And then if you take it to your lower lash line, that's where your brows should end. So that kind of helps you figure that out. And then once you get the hang of it, you'll have it. Trust me. It doesn't take a lot to be able to do your brows. And then if you mess up at all, so I see how that kind of got thick right here. Use the spoolie end. And see how I just use that as an eraser? And you can clean up anything, love bugs. So once you have it blocked out, so it kind of look like we have no idea what we're doing, that's a good thing. Then take your pencil and make sure you got a good enough amount out. See how much I have rolled out? If you're just doing the fine lines right here, you can kind of keep it pulled back a little bit. But in order to do the shading part, you kind of want to keep like that much out. Because you're going to kind of do like long wispy motions. Like you're drawing grass. Like on a piece of paper when you're like a kid. You don't want to take your pencil and do like one straight line. Hey, love bug. How are you tonight? And then just start shading it in. But continue to do your small strokes so you don't get one definite pencil line over your whole brow. And then just finish shading it in. So there is your brow pencil. See, so it's just as easy as the brow palette. So now on this side, we'll use the brow palette. And just remember, if anything gets too dark, it gets out of line, use your spoolie and just use it as an eraser. And then what I usually do at the end of my brows is I take the brow artist brush that has the flat end like that. It's the angle and flat instead of angle and spoolie. And use this part and either go in with number 3, which is this pink color, or use a little bit of like Scarlet concealer and just kind of shape your brows out, and that'll make them look like 10 times better. Trust me. So then on this side, I kind of go in and I like using, when I use it to like outline my brows, I like using the angled spoolie brush because the brush part's like a little bit thinner. And I kind of dip it in both colors. So you have a light brown and a dark brown. I dip it in both. And then I take like a napkin or whatever I have down here, and I kind of go and wipe the sides off. That's going to make it to where it's a little bit neater for you. And do the same thing, comb it up. And then outline it, and then fill it in. Just like we did the other side, but we used the pencil on the other side. So I happen to think that if you're just going to use one or the other, and you want one that's going to be a little bit easier. Thought I fell a piece of hair. I like the brow palette the best. But to be honest, on an everyday makeup look, I use both. Because I like the pencil on kind of some, and then I like to kind of shade it in with the light brown. But it's obviously just personal preference. Hey, Lori, how are you, my bug? Now, if your brows, so you notice, see how I don't really have a lot of brows? Or if the pencil doesn't seem to be, if the palette doesn't seem to be as quite like precise, dip it in, So this is what I do sometimes too. I'll dip it in this little waxy setting powder and then mix these two together and dip it back in there and then rub the brush through your fingers so it cleans the edges just like we do, and it'll go on just like butter, like no kidding you. I'm good, lovely. I'm good. Busy but good. So now that I've got it basically, got the outline, I'm going to do the front, and then you're just going to shade it in just like normal. Now when I do my shade in with the brush, I always switch back to, so we have two eyebrow artist brush. One is an angled spoolie brush, which came out later, and then you have the angled flat brush. The flat brush is what I like to go back to when y'all, I'm a hot mess, when I shade everything in, just because it's a thicker brush. Aw, thanks, love bug. Okay, so go back and just shade it in. And then 9 times out of 10, I always go back with Scarlet Concealer or the pink part of the eyebrow palette and outline underneath my brows and kind of just clean everything up. I think that it just gives it a sharper look, and I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. So see how that just kind of lightly shades it in? So see how they could kind of look slightly different because we use two different products. But then go back, and I'm just going to use this pink that's in the brow palette. And I'm going to kind of outline around my brows. And this is going to define them like even more. Makes them look a little bit cleaner, a little bit sharper. Normally I use this or the Scarlet Concealer, either one. Or if you have the sculpting stick will do the same thing. Just dip your brush in it. But you want kind of a flat brush. You don't want anything that's too thick or rounded. So see how it kind of just puts a highlight around it? It makes it look a little bit cleaner. And then I'll do Scarlet Concealer on the other side just so you can kind of see what it looks like. And then I would just blend it out with a brush. Or I'll use, let me clean this off. So I just saved, like if I get too much Scarlet, I put it on the top of my lid right here because nothing's going to touch it. I'll go in that, and that's Scarlet Concealer. You could even use foundation, but concealer has a different consistency to it, so it's going to look just a little bit differently. Like doing brows is probably one of my favorite part. Like eyes in general is just my favorite part of makeup, but so see how kind of, and it'll serve as a highlight too, so you don't have to worry about doing a highlight if you don't want to. So see how that kind of just done as a highlight? So now you see both differences between the brow palette and the brow pencil. So if you've ever been on the fence and you kind of want to do that little extra something with your brows, but you're not quite sure what you should do and how to do it, try either one of those. As you can see, this side I think went a little bit faster than this side, but I think powder covers faster than a pencil. And it's just up to you what you think you're the best at. If you're not good with pencils, like with eyeliners and stuff, I would not recommend the pencil for your brows. But if you're like me and you barely have any brows, so remember when like from here down, I really don't have a lot of brows, it really helps to have both. so I can kind of use both. The pencil to outline and kind of shade it in. And then where I don't have as much hair is where I will use the brow palette. There you go. But they both kind of from a distance and even probably up close, you probably really couldn't tell which eye I did the pencil on and which one I did the brow palette on just by looking unless you watch me do it. So either one is a good call if you just want your brows to look normal and not fake and done up, you know. And that's it, love bugs. I told y'all tonight was going to be a short video. Sometimes I like doing little snippet videos to where you don't have to watch for like an hour to get to what you want to see. I kind of like to pick sometimes to do just lips, just do highlight and contour, just do brows, whatever. And so the most questions I probably get people ask me is about brows. So that is my pencil brow palette. But on a normal day basis, I do use both. Because I just think you get a prettier look. Especially when you don't have a lot of brows like myself. It makes it look a lot better. And that's it. Now, girls, don't forget Wednesday, the new 4D mascaras. Epic 4D mascara is coming out. So they're doing away with the 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, which was the 2-step. And they're just going to have the Epic and the Epic 4D. It's supposed to be way better than the Epic and the 3D. So that releases Wednesday. But if you don't want to wait in line on my website or you don't want to pay taxes or shipping, I'm doing a bulk order for anybody who wants me to pre-order for them. So I'll be doing that Wednesday morning. If you want on that list, make sure you let me know. That's going to save you $5.50 shipping and a couple bucks in taxes. And then you just pay for the cost of the mascara, which is $29, same as the 3D was, except it's the 4D. So if you want on that, let me know. I'll place everybody's order with mine, and then I will ship it to you. And again, you have no shipping and no taxes, because I will cover that since I'm doing it in a bulk order. And that's it, love bugs. So I love you guys. I hope you have a good night. And if you ever have any questions about your brows or any other products of Younique, please reach out and get with me. I would love to help you out. If you need a color match for any foundation, I can do that too. And if you even thought about maybe joining in a team, having a little side cash or supplement your income or make it your full-time job, reach out to me and I will help you. I'd love to have you on my team to coach it into success because it is so much fun. It really is a lot of fun. So there are 2 presenter kits out right now. There's a $99 presenter kit and there's a $199 presenter kit. So you have 2 options, both financeable through PayPal for 6 months, no interest. So that's a good that's the first time we've been able to do that. So you would just go to ajglam.com and hit join. You would fill everything out. And then where it says your payment method, you would hit PayPal credit. And it will finance you, like I said, 6 months, no payment or no interest. So, and I think the $99 kit, your payment's like a little under $20. And the $199 is like $30 a month until it's paid off. So reach out to me if you have any questions or you want to know what's in the kit, and I will be glad to shoot you a picture. Other than that, I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.